In the heart of Bavaria, a land of green mountains and sparkling lakes, lived King Ludwig II. He became king as a young man in 1864, but unlike other rulers, Ludwig was a dreamer. Not a politician or warrior, he longed to create a world of beauty and fantasy, escaping the harsh realities of his time. Ludwig's passion for art and solitude led him to build some of the world's most breathtaking castles, not for defense but as retreats for his imagination. Though often called the Mad King, Ludwig was a complex, sensitive soul who preferred music, books and myths to the demands of court life. His reign was marked by wonder and creativity, but also by loneliness and misunderstanding. Ludwig's devotion to the music of Richard Wagner and his love for solitude set him apart from his peers. He ruled during a time of great change, yet looked to the past and legends for inspiration. His life ended in mystery, but his legacy endures today. Millions visit his castles, marveling at the monuments to his imagination. Ludwig dared to dream and turned those dreams into stone for the world to see. Join us as we uncover the tale of the Swan King, whose life was as dramatic as any opera. This is the story of a king who built a kingdom of dreams. Ludwig was born in 1845 at Nymphenburg Palace, the eldest son of King Maximilian II. Raised in a strict royal court, Ludwig was a sensitive child who found comfort in books and daydreams. At just 18, he became king after his father's sudden death, unprepared for the throne. The people were captivated by their handsome young king. But Ludwig soon grew bored with politics and official duties. His true passion was art, not governance. One of his first acts was to summon his idol, composer Richard Wagner, to court. Ludwig became Wagner's patron, funding his operas and igniting controversy among his ministers. Critics accused Ludwig of neglecting his duties and spending lavishly on the arts. As the years passed, Ludwig withdrew from public life, seeking refuge in the Bavarian Alps. The pressures of kingship and his shy nature drove him deeper into solitude. This retreat from reality would define his reign and inspire the creation of his legendary castles. Ludwig's escape into fantasy secured his place in history. His reign became a testament to the power of dreams over duty. The nickname Mad King Ludwig is famous, but the truth is more nuanced. Ludwig's eccentric habits, turning night into day, midnight sleigh rides and imaginary royal dinners, fueled rumors about his sanity. His ministers, frustrated by his disinterest in politics and lavish spending on castles, spread stories of madness. In 1886, a medical commission declared him insane based on gossip rather than real examination. Most doctors had never even met Ludwig. Today, historians question whether he was truly mad or simply misunderstood. A creative, anxious man who didn't fit the mold of a 19th century monarch, the madness label was a convenient tool for his political enemies to remove him from power. Ludwig's eccentricity became legend, but his so-called madness may have been nothing more than a refusal to conform. His story challenges us to reconsider what it means to be different. Ludwig's castles are his most enduring legacy, fantastical creations born from his imagination. Linderhof Palace, the smallest and only completed castle, dazzles with gold mirrors and lush gardens. Inspired by Versailles, Ludwig even built a magical grotto with an underground lake for private musical performances. Herrenchiemsee Palace, on an island in Bavaria's largest lake, was his tribute to France's Sun King, Louis XIV. Its Hall of Mirrors outshines even Versailles, though Ludwig spent only a few nights there. These castles were not for ruling but for escaping. A world where Ludwig could control every detail, he filled them with symbols from his favorite myths and operas, creating sanctuaries of fantasy. Critics saw waste, Ludwig saw necessity. Today, these castles are beloved landmarks, drawing millions to marvel at the Swan King's dream world. They stand as monuments to the power of imagination. Ludwig's vision turned stone into legend. Neuschwanstein Castle is Ludwig's most iconic creation, a fairy tale fortress perched above the Bavarian forests. Its soaring towers inspired Disney's Sleeping Beauty castle and have become a global symbol of romantic fantasy. Ludwig built Neuschwanstein as a private stage for his imagination, drawing on medieval legends and Wagner's operas. The castle's design evokes the heroic Middle Ages with murals depicting Wagnerian scenes and swan motifs throughout. The Singers' Hall and Throne Room are marvels of art and architecture. Though Ludwig never saw them fully realized, Despite its medieval look, Neuschwanstein boasted modern innovations like central heating and telephones. Construction began in 1869, employing hundreds, but Ludwig lived there only briefly before his removal. He never saw his masterpiece completed. Neuschwanstein remains the ultimate symbol of Ludwig's dream, a fairy tale in stone. Beyond castles, Ludwig was a passionate patron of the arts, especially the music of Richard Wagner. Hearing Wagner's Lohengrin at 15 changed Ludwig's life, forging a deep connection to German myths and legends. As king, he rescued Wagner from financial ruin, enabling the composer to complete his epic Ring cycle. Ludwig dreamed of a festival theatre for Wagner's works. Though blocked in Munich, his support made Bayreuth's Festspielhaus possible, a legacy that endures today. Ludwig's love for theatre was equally intense, but his shyness led him to arrange private performances, watching operas alone in empty theatres. Critics saw this as eccentric, but for Ludwig, it was a way to fully immerse himself in art. He commissioned countless works of art, supporting Bavarian artists and craftsmen. His castles became treasure troves of 19th century art, reflecting his belief that beauty was essential to life. Ludwig's devotion to art shaped his reign and left a cultural legacy that still inspires. As Ludwig aged, his longing for solitude deepened the demands of kingship, and court life became unbearable for this deeply introverted king. He retreated to his mountain castles, escaping the pressures of Munich and the public eye. Ludwig turned night into day, taking moonlit sleigh rides and immersing himself in books and architectural plans. His relationships were few. He broke off his only engagement and communicated with staff, mostly through notes. Many mistook his shyness for madness, but it was likely rooted in anxiety and a sense of not belonging. Ludwig's isolation widened the gap between him and his government, delaying decisions and fueling frustration. His retreat was both personal and political, a rejection of a world he found disappointing. In his solitude, Ludwig ruled a kingdom of dreams, not people. His self-imposed exile shaped his legacy as much as his castles. Ludwig's world was one of imagination, not power. The end of Ludwig's life is shrouded in tragedy and mystery. By 1886, his debts and withdrawal from state affairs pushed his ministers to act. Using a questionable medical report, they declared him insane and moved to depose him. After initial resistance at Neuschwanstein, Ludwig was captured and taken to Berg Castle on Lake Starnberg. The next evening, Ludwig and Dr. von Guten went for a walk along the lake, unaccompanied when they didn't return. A search party found both bodies in shallow water. Ludwig's watch had stopped at 6:54 p.m. The official story claimed Ludwig drowned in an escape attempt, with von Guten dying trying to save him, but Ludwig was a strong swimmer, and no water was found in his lungs. Von Guten showed signs of a struggle, fueling rumors of foul play. Was it suicide, accident, or assassination? The truth remains unknown. Ludwig's mysterious death only deepened his legend. The Swan King's final chapter is an unsolved riddle. His story ends as it began, in mystery and myth. Though Ludwig's life ended in tragedy, his legacy only grew. The castles once seen as folly became Bavaria's greatest treasures. Drawing millions from around the world, Neuschwanstein Linderhof and Herrenchiemsee are now symbols of romanticism and the pursuit of dreams. Ludwig's vision shaped our idea of fairy tale castles and inspired generations of artists and dreamers. The mystery of his death added to his myth, making him a figure of fascination and debate. Each year, admirers gather to honor his memory by Lake Starnberg. Ludwig ruled not with armies, but with imagination. He proved that beauty and dreams can leave a mark more lasting than politics. Misunderstood in life, he is beloved. In history, the Mad King of Bavaria became the world's most enchanting dreamer.